everyone, it's Kara, and it's been a little while since I've done an update. I wanted to blab a little bit about my competition experience at Buffalo. Some of you may have already watched the videos and seen that a little bit, but thought I'd recap how the whole experience went. So overall, in general, it was amazing. It was awesome. It was such a good experience. It was probably the best competition experience I've had so far. This was my 5th or 6th competition I've done, and this one was by far my best experience overall. I really felt the best going out there for Buffalo, and I think this was the first time that instead of just being nervous to compete, because for every competition I've been nervous, and mostly just nervous, and for this one I was actually excited. I was excited to get on stage, I was excited to compete, I had confidence in me. And that was seriously the first time I've had that. Even one of the trainers out Well Rounded asked me, Kara, how you feeling? You ready to go? And I was like, yep, I'm ready to do this. And I've never kind of felt that way before a competition. So I definitely feel like it's taken me 5 or 6 times, but I'm finally getting there. You have to know a lot of the girls that do bikini, they either come from pageant backgrounds, not all of them, but a lot of girls they like being on the stage and they're used to that. And I am not. I did none of that growing up or in high school or anything. I did no stage time at all. So it's new for me, and it does get very nerve-wracking. And I was still very nervous the whole day, but more excited. So it was a huge show. I was so surprised how huge it was. Tons of girls and beautiful girls. It was really good competition, basically. I looked around and I was like, man, seriously, how are they gonna judge all of us? How are they gonna pick who wins? So being 5'2", I was in bikini short. My division is 5'4" and under, so anyone under 5'4" was in my division, which ended up being 18 girls. There was 2 other height classes, and ours was the biggest height class. And it was really, like I said, there was you maybe get 1 girl out of shape or something, but pretty much everyone there looked amazing, worked hard, was just, you could tell it was gonna be good competition. So I just went out there trying to own it, trying to stand out just that little bit so that the judges remembered me, because really, you have those few seconds for them to look at you and notice you and like what they see. So I really felt like I did that this time. I just walked out there confident, definitely still nervous, still a little shaky, but I tried to kind of cover that up and just act confident and, really pose my butt off. So the morning show, the prejudging went really well. I really didn't know how I placed. You guys can maybe see from the footage. I was out there quite a bit, stood in the center quite a bit, also moved around though. So I didn't really know after prejudging where I was. And I've learned from competing that you can't ever know where you place during prejudging. You gotta be ready to go out at the night show and still do work and still be ready to look good, because they could always change the judging, which for this competition they did. So in between shows, the morning show and the night show, I just kind of rested in the hotel room and just relaxed, ate a little bit of chicken and rice cakes, just a little bit of water, the usual, and tightened up actually a little bit more for the night show. So I was excited that I looked even better, I thought, for the night show. And the judges, they just didn't know what to do with the girls at the morning show. The competition was too tight. So actually, the guy that ran the show came back out and told us, we have to completely rejudge you girls. Be ready to go out, do your whole routine again, and be ready to nail it. So, some girls were upset. They're like, oh my God, I just went and ate candy and hamburgers and stuff like that. But, you just have to be ready to go again at that night show. Makes for a super long day, but, it's always fun. You get a little cranky because you want to eat, but, so it was quite a different experience, just the way I felt overall, feeling very confident. It was so much fun too, because at the morning show, I just felt like I had a ton of support there. Danielle Surluca, who's an IFBB figure pro, she actually helped me with posing. She was there backstage. I had my husband and some friends from the gym, and a couple other people that I knew out in the audience. So I had, as you could hear, several people rooting for me, number 8, and just cheering for me. And I just really felt like awesome on stage. You know, I really just felt like for once it was my moment. It was my little moment to kind of shine and really show off everything I'd worked really hard for. And for anyone that doesn't compete, it's a really awesome feeling. And you know, for those of you that work hard, you should just get out there and compete once just to have that feeling of showing it off. So anyways, that was my little tangent there. But so at the night show, it was a long night, and they ended up doing the awards, and I really had no clue how I placed. And honestly, I was in that place of mind where I was okay if I didn't place, because that's how good the girls looked, in my opinion. And I was like, hey, if I don't get top 5, makes sense. These girls look phenomenal. But I ended up getting called out for number 3, and I was and I'm still so happy about it. Obviously would have loved to have gotten first place, and there was a little bit inside of me that was like secretly thinking I did, but that's okay. Just gives me that fire inside me to keep working harder. So got 3rd, super excited about that. It was the Mr. and Miss Buffalo competition, so I did place 3rd. Very, very happy with that. And I got critique from the judges afterwards. They said everything looked great, on point. Just gotta lean up my my hamstrings and my glutes a little bit. So for me, that was good constructive criticism, because a year ago I had a lot more work than that. I needed to put on more muscle up top. I needed to lean out. There is my posing needed work, I think. So I feel like I've made really good progress in a year. Maybe slow progress, but I think it's been really good progress. So hopefully some of you guys are still watching this because I'm blabbering on, but I do want to say thanks to all of you guys for following me on Instagram, Facebook, watching these YouTube videos. You guys are also part of what like makes me motivated and keeps me going. And I think about it before I go on stage, and I'm like, man, I want to do good, not only for myself, but all these people who are rooting for me. And you know, that's part of what gave me this confidence this time. So definitely big thanks to all of you guys. I'm gonna do a giveaway pretty soon to thank you all. So keep checking back for that. And I do have plenty of ideas for recipes. I just haven't had time, you guys, to do videos for them, but I'm gonna get on more of the recipe videos for you guys as well, and keep you up to date with what might be coming next for me. So thank you all again. I hope you had fun being part of this experience with me. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.